Last week, I was sick and I just had a horrible time. I was just watching YouTube, scrolling, and well, as can be expected, right? I was sick. I didn't have any motivation at all. And yet, I learned such a powerful mindset, which I want to transfer over to you in this video. This mindset that I learned during that time will help you stop scrolling. I can guarantee you that by the end of this video, you will have another key tool in your arsenal that will help you fight back against your scrolling addiction. So looking back at that week that I was sick on, I just didn't want to do anything. And truth be told, that wasn't even true. What I wanted to do was scroll. It's like my brain was magnetized, like it was almost magnetic, like it was the only thing that was on my mind. Like in the mornings, when I would wake up, I actually didn't want to scroll. A large part of my identity revolves around not scrolling and helping other people to stop scrolling, and yet it still happened. But that's because when I was sick, I was in a specific type of thinking, which you might actually have right now. The type of thinking that I was on was that I was only thinking about how I felt in the moment. So imagine yourself in my shoes, right? In the moment, you wake up, your throat hurts no matter how much water you drink. You feel brain fog even though you just had 10 hours of sleep. And you feel awful, right? Like you don't even want to eat breakfast because of how much your throat hurts. And then imagine yourself trying to do something productive, right? Of course you're not going to be able to do it, right? It's going to be that you want to do something, but yet you only care about how you feel now. And sickness really highlights short-term thinking because I realized that even without sickness, I had that in a large part of my life where I was just thinking in the short term, where I was just thinking about how I felt in the moment to moment when I'm doing stuff, right? So when you're thinking about doing stuff from the moment to moment, you only care about how you feel now. You're obviously going to scroll more, right? Because scrolling makes you feel numb, right? It quells your boredom. It's like your brain is decided between two choices. It's either boredom or scrolling. Obviously it's going to choose scrolling, right? Let alone trying to do something productive and actually helpful. Your brain doesn't care. If you're in short-term thinking, your brain is only concerned with how you feel right now. And so obviously it's going to choose scrolling. But during that period when I was sick, like I was just scrolling all day, obviously I didn't feel good, right? Like you've experienced this as well when at the end of a long day of literally just scrolling, you feel this shameful emptiness within you. Like you just feel ashamed, like you don't want to tell anyone, but you also just feel empty just because you know you wasted 8 hours of your day that you'll never get back. I was at the end of one of those days where I was feeling that. And yet I actually just got a little bit of hope. Like I got a little spark of hope. Because I realized that I actually want to work hard. For one of the first times in my life, I realized that working hard actually makes me feel good. And I understood this like on a subconscious level, but it was only then when I was sick and I was actually beginning to look forward to working hard that it clicked in my conscious brain that I actually like working hard. I feel this sort of pride and satisfaction when I actually get to the end of a long, hard day and I can just be proud of myself. And that's the mindset shift that I need you to have. It's going from short-term thinking to long-term thinking. Now that sounds easy on the surface, but in practice, like what you actually need to do is instead of thinking about what you're going to feel right now, all you're going to do is instead ask what you're going to feel at the end of the day. It's such a simple shift. Like all you got to do whenever you're thinking about what you want to do next, Just thinking about, at the end of the day, am I going to look back and be happy that I did this or ashamed that I did this? I swear to God, that one simple shift in thinking, instead of thinking about what I feel now, instead of thinking about what I'm going to feel in the future, that can genuinely change your life. Because again, it switches your mind from thinking about scrolling or whatever other vice you have, specifically scrolling in this case, to actually thinking about long-term you. Because, you hear a lot of YouTubers talking about, oh yeah, just think about delayed gratification. Think about yourself in a year. It's extremely hard to think about yourself in a year, a month, even a week or a few days. You can't, especially when you're addicted to scrolling, you can't really think out that far. It's like your brain is trained for short-term thinking, literally, short-term content, like YouTube Shorts, TikTok. They literally train your attention span to be shorter. And that's why it's so hard to think out long term. So instead, what I want you to do is gradually extend the period of time that you have between what you're doing and what you're going to feel. Basically, instead of thinking about what you're going to feel immediately when you try to do this thing, think about it in an hour. And then move on from an hour, once you actually get used to thinking about how am I going to feel in an hour if I do this. Then move on to 2 or 3 hours. I'm basically saying to gradually increase the time between the thing you want to do and the feeling that you experience. The longer this time is, the more likely you are to do something productive instead of scrolling. And it's that simple. Just think one question to yourself. How am I going to feel in an hour or even half an hour if I do this thing? If you're going to feel ashamed, like scrolling, then it's going to make it easier for you to stop. Now, if you want me to give you any other mindsets like this, which I've had to learn the hard way myself over years of experience with dealing with scrolling myself and also helping other people stop scrolling, then I can actually help you one-on-one. I run a 3-week scrolling detox program, which basically you just hop on calls with me. I help you out. And I will help you reduce your screen time by at least 4 hours or cut it by 50%, whichever one's bigger. And with that, I can guarantee you that I will help you. Like if I don't help you, I will literally stay on the call with you. I will help you until it works. I am that confident. So if you're interested, link in the description.